If you play Baroque violin, you want to have even more colors on your instrument, not just the beautiful colors, but also ugly colors, because Baroque is all about contrast, all about expressivity, all about even more colors than you can ever imagine on a typical modern violin. The question is, how do you achieve this? And you achieve this by stringing your violin or viola or cello, for that matter, with historical gauges, which are considerably thicker, normally speaking, than majority of modern Baroque strings. And as you know, the thicker your strings are, you might argue, the more difficult this is to play. And if that's you, I hear you and I understand. And here's what you need to know, and it's not my advice, it is an advice by an 18th century expert, Galeazzi, who writes that the strings on your violin have to be as close to the fingerboard as possible so they just don't buzz. Now, if your strings are thicker, that is, as opposed to 62, 64, like the majority of modern Baroque, so-called Baroque strings are, if your E string is historical, that is about 65, the thinnest, and more normally it will be like 68, 70, Paganini's favorite was 71, 73, so that's your E string. Your A string will be not 82 or 79, it will be 85, the thinnest, 88 or 90, something like that. Your D string will be probably around 116, and your G string will be made also in a historical manner. That is, the core of your G string will be not the E string like in the modern Pirastro type of strings, but the core in your G string will be the A string with silver wire. Now that means there is more tension, there is more also resistance of the strings to the bow, and that allows you to follow whose advice? Not mine, Galeazzi's advice from the 18th century, to have the strings on your instrument as close as possible to the fingerboard, possibly even closer than on a typical modern violin. And you can play your Baroque violin without worrying about buzzing, because the strings have enough tension. Now, this video is potentially the very first video where you can hear a Paganini type of E string. What do I mean by Paganini type of E string? See, typically E strings were made from 3 strands of lamb gut. Now, Paganini specifically instructed his string maker to make E strings, his cantini, più sottili possibili, that is the thinnest possible, but, and this is very important, using 4 strands of gut. How many strands of gut? 4 as opposed to 3. And this is why Paganini instructs him to make those strings as thin as possible, because they will be thicker anyway. And in this video I want to play for you this Badiarov Baroque violin with the cantino using the Paganini type E string made of how many guts? 4 guts as opposed to 3 guts. The beauty is you can play pianissimo with just 1 hair, and you can play also very forte without cracking the sound. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Simply comment below this video or reach to me via my website. I wish you a lovely day, and I look forward to sharing with you more value in the next video.